Hello and welcome to the Databases for Education video. This video will describe several of the important education databases that can be used in your undergraduate and graduate education courses. My name is Dennis Miles, Reference and Instruction Librarian here at Texas Wesleyan University. So before we look at the actual education databases, let's look at some basic information on databases. The databases that will be covered contain mainly journal articles that can be searched by keyword, title, author, journal name, and subject. These journal databases index hundreds, if not thousands, of education publications, including scholarly journals and trade publications and magazines. Also, in some of these databases, there are other kinds of documents such as conference papers or proceedings and books. Also, journal databases contain much information about each journal article that is included in the database. The information included is the title of the article, the author of the article, the journal name, most of the time an abstract or a brief summary of the article is also included with every journal article. For some of the articles, the publisher of the article has allowed the entire article to be included in addition to the information above. This is known as having the full text of an article available. When discussing a particular database, we often talk about the number of full-text journals available in the database, and that's what we're talking about. There are more than one type of full text in databases. One type is called PDF full text. This kind of full text is a digital copy of what the article looked like in the print version of the journal. So it looks exactly the same. And so it includes all pictures, all graphs and tables, and everything just formatted exactly like it was in the print version. HTML full text, this kind of full text is what is really known as true full text. It contains only the text of the article. Oftentimes, if there are any pictures or graphs, they are not included or they are included separately from the text. We will follow these steps. So the first thing that we do is that we bring our mouse pointer so that it is over resources. And when we put it over resources, then a menu drops down, and then we go down to online resources by subject. Then we click on this link, and it takes us to this page where it has a list of databases on the left, and on the right is where we can search for databases by subject. It says choose subject here. Then we click on the down arrow, and then we can see now a list of subjects. So we need to go down to education. So now we have a list of education online resources. We are going to look at a few of these on this list. The first database that we are going to look at is the one called Education Source. So here it is, and we click on it, and it brings up the database. Now let's talk about Education Source for a minute. So Education Source has the full text for more than 2,000 education journals, and it has indexing and abstracts for nearly 3,600, full text for more than 530 books and monographs. So Education Source has, in addition to journals, it has books, and it says conference papers, and so it covers all the way back to 1880. So that is a long time. So the main thing you need to remember about Education Source is it is one of the best all-around education databases that there is out there. So it is exclusively targeting education journals, and so the articles that you find here could be highly relevant to your research needs. Let's go on now to another database called ERIC. ERIC is an interesting database, and it is different than many of the other databases because of what it contains. It does have some documents that are full text. It indexes and abstracts more than 1,100 journals, and it indexes and abstracts resources from more than 800 non-journal sources. So let's talk about these non-journal sources for a minute. These non-journal sources are called gray literature. A lot of excellent research can be found in gray literature. These materials come from work produced or funded by the U.S. Department of Education or other federal departments, state or local agencies, university-affiliated programs, policy organizations, research and nonprofit organizations, state and district research offices, federal technical assistance providers, professional associations, international or foreign organizations, book publishers, commercial publishers, institutional repositories, and user submissions. These gray literature resources are not found in other commercial databases. So that's what makes ERIC unique, is that these kinds of other resources are not found in any other commercial databases. And now we have Professional Development Collection. As it says on the screen, Professional Development Collection is a highly specialized database. It contains articles from journals that are made especially for people that are already in the education profession, or also professional librarians and also education researchers. Okay, let's review the education databases that we have talked about so far. The first one is Education Source, and so you need to remember that this is the best, most comprehensive database for education. That is its main selling point. ERIC is unique in that it has non-journal resources that are not in any other database. And finally, Professional Development Collection, highly specialized database that is made especially for educators, those that are already in the education field. Now we are going to move on to EBSCO Discovery Service. So what you need to remember about EBSCO Discovery Service is that you can search everything. So the word search everything refers to the number of databases that can be searched at the same time by selecting search everything. You'll be able to search all of our databases at the same time, with one or two exceptions, when you select search everything. The only place that you can access Search Everything is at the library homepage. Searching Everything is also called EBSCO Discovery Service, named after EBSCO, which is the company that provides us with the ability to search everything at once. So the advantage of searching everything is that you only have to perform your search only one time, not multiple times in many different databases. Searching everything works best when your topic is very specific or narrow. Now, the disadvantage of searching everything is that oftentimes you get a whole lot of results. And so it may be way too many for you to actually go through every single one of them. So that's the advantage of searching in individual databases, is that you don't get as many results. This is where Search Everything is located on the main library webpage. To use Search Everything, you either just begin by typing in words in the search box right here, or you can click on EBSCO Discovery Service right here, and it will take you into the Search Everything database. And to actually search in the database by using keywords, that will be covered in another video. And this ends the video on education databases.